Sammy as a decoy as much as a great talent, because I would think if it was very helpful, especially your first touchdown on Saturday, that you were halfway to Albany and no one was near you. Maybe some people were looking underneath the number 2. Just talk about that.
Yeah, definitely on that first play. Coming off the ball, I knew their focus would be on Sammy and Taj. They did the option fake, and the corner and the safety came down hard, and it was just a breeze walking into the end zone like that. So it's good to have them in the backfield like that.
Do you notice, as you get the line of scrimmage, I asked Todd this, as you're kind of reading the defense, that more than one set of eyes is kind of trying to figure out where number 2 is, and that benefits you?
Oh, definitely. And on my second touchdown as well, Sammy ran like a bubble screen, and the linebacker came down on that. So having him in the backfield and out wide and all the focus on him, it opens up a lot of opportunities for me to get some touches.
Have you ever been that wide open twice in a game?
I don't think so, honestly. That's I think that's the most wide open I've ever been, and it felt good. So.
I think Todd mentioned after the NC State game, he told you that I haven't forgotten about you.
Yeah.
Is there kind of an emphasis over the last couple weeks of getting you, between you and him, getting more involved in the offense and making a point of that to target you?
Yeah, after the NC State game, I saw him in the hallways like, Adam, still love you, man. But I knew that we're pretty close. So, but we practice every day. I get some touches. Sammy gets a lot of touches. But it's really how the defense reacts out there and what he sees. So, if I don't get a catch one game, it's not entirely his fault. It's just how the game progresses.
Just how good did it finally feel to get in the end zone, not once but twice, and to do it so quickly there in the first quarter?
It was good. Definitely just to set the tone early. We knew coming in there that Syracuse would be rowdy, and they were. And it was good to go up 21-0 at the first quarter. So it was good not only for me to get in the end zone, but just for the team.
I'm guessing when you're that wide open, the pressure to catch the ball ratchets up exponentially.
Yeah, you're right. Those are probably one of the hardest catches to make in football is when you're that wide open and you just kind of focus. You just got to put all your focus on the ball and not think about, wow, there's no one around me, so there's nothing else to think about. So those are probably one of the hardest catches in the game.
People tend to want to pigeonhole or characterize receivers. They'll talk about a speed guy, they'll talk about a possession guy, that kind of thing. Do you characterize yourself in any way, or how do you characterize yourself as a receiver?
I've heard, I don't particularly characterize myself, but I've heard from a lot of people that I am a possession guy, more like a Wes Welker in the NFL, just reliable. I don't have the breakaway speed like Sammy does, but I guess.
They didn't catch you.
Do what?
They didn't catch you.
Yeah, they were about 30 yards behind me as well, but no, I don't have the speed like Sammy, but I guess you could characterize myself as a possession guy, but I don't really particularly do that often.
Is there something in that aspect of your game as a player that you take particular pride in?
Yeah, just making good decisions on the field, running good routes. That's something I take pride in, and just trying to catch everything that comes my way. That's one of the things I like to take pride in as a receiver.
Have you always had hands that were forgiving and sure?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, in high school I played a lot of defense, so I didn't touch that many balls. But most of the time when a ball came my way, I'd catch it, and it's something I take pride in as a receiver. So.
Coach Gutschall said you playing point guard helped in that regard, though. He said he's got soft hands, and playing point guard as much as you did on that level helped with that.
Yeah, definitely. From a basketball aspect, playing point guard, it definitely helps as being a leader out there, and just reading defenses and taking what they give you, and that definitely helps as a vocal leader, and it kind of translates onto the football field a little bit.
Most teams that lose a guy like Nuke a year early, lose a guy like Sharon to injury, would struggle to kind of keep going and not miss a beat. I mean, do you ever kind of like just shake your head at just how much depth and just the talent you guys have at wide receiver? It's just pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Year in and year out, we do have a lot of depth at receiver, and seeing Nuke leave and Jerron, it's good to have our young guys like Mike Williams step up, and Jermon Hopper's playing really well, and TJ Green's also going to be a big factor, and we just have a lot of depth, and I think the competition that we have every day at practice really helps out with that. So.
Is the competition bubble up and become verbal at any time? Do you guys compare notes or numbers?
Not particularly comparing numbers, but on the field we'll kind of like challenge each other, other receivers, and just kind of push each other to the max. Definitely with TJ behind me, he's definitely a taller guy, and he pushes me to become more explosive off the ball because he's really fast as well. So we just kind of complement each other on things like that. So.